Steve Jackson's Sorcery, Part 4, The Crown of Kings. My name is Dr. Nought. Welcome back! The last part of the 4-part series of Sorcery. Let's get into it. There is no sound. Wait, no. Yes. Enter Cloud spell name. And what is it? It is, everybody, V-I-B-I-K-E, the BK. Found one saved adventure. Let's do it. Alright. Gorilla? What are you trying to say? 8 stamina, 7 gold, 0 rations. You defeated 3 of the 7 serpents and destroyed Kari. Thanks for reminding me. 14 magical, 4 treasures, 1 key, 2 weapons. 2? When did I get a second? Whatever. There is a legend. Long ago, or so they say, the ancient world was prosperous and free. From the Kakabad Sea to Lake Lumli, harvests were plentiful, people were happy, all was at peace. Even the thundering skies were calm, tamed by the arts of the sorcerers of Mompang. Then everything changed. A fearsome sorcerer leveled the cities and turned the fields to dust with towers of devastating light. He heard no plea. Cutting down village after village, the mages scrabbled to defend the ancient world, but they were weak. Finally, the last archmage sealed the walls of Mompang and sent out 7 deadly serpents to keep the dark sorcerer away. They failed. They failed. And now, here you are, climbing the narrow pass into the mountains of High Zaman. The price of your journey across the Baklands has already been paid. Now, the Anul land is coming to Mompang, and nothing will be allowed to stand in his path. The crown will be yours. That's what I like to see. This is the final part. Inkle presents. Steve Jackson's Sorcery. I meant Sorcery! Exclamation point. Part 4, The Crown of Kings. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to loop around all this. I'm already not wanting to climb up, like, this virtual mountain. It must be morning by now. 4 stamina? What? I just lost half my stamina. You have been awake all night and are weaker for it. This is a great way to start. You climb an ancient staircase, worn to almost nothing by the years. Long ago, these steps were etched with messages, warnings, and words of advice and succor to the acolytes making the pilgrimage to the fortress. But they have long since been scrubbed away by dust, and the remaining marks tell you nothing. You do not need to open your pack to check your provisions. You have nothing. But at least you have 1 portion of raw meat, which will be edible if you find a way, or if you can find a way to cook it. In the distance, black smoke curls upwards. Hey, black smoke! Check my sword. What? At least you have your blade. You draw your Analan sword and in from its scabbard, its edge flashing in the sunlight. It is a stout, well-weighted weapon, if hardly fine. The truth is that it, like you, was the best that Analan could spare. Pulling up your hood against the chill air, you stride onwards through the meager mountain sunlight. You must not linger out here. Let's go up the steps. You reflect on your progress with a heavy heart as you climb. The Baklands were a cursed place, and your journey across them was too slow. The serpent's message must have reached their master by now. You walk on, moving as quickly as you can through the narrow pass. All that's going to happen is I'm going to get a rock that falls on my head and I'm going to die. And then I have no way to go. No way to keep going. Because I can't rewind much further, and I'm going to always start with 4 stamina. So let's just hope we can get somewhere so that we can gain more stamina, or else this might not be passable. As the morning moves on, the wind begins to rise. The Zanzunu peaks rise on either side like jagged teeth. The path winds back and forth as it climbs, and glimpses of the brooding horror of Mompang come and go. You should make progress while the sun is high. I'm not going to sing because something's going to notice me. So let's just keep walking. Once, acolytes walked these stairs on their way to study magic at the Fortress of Sorcerers. Now, only ghosts traveled this road, their mutterings carried by the knife-like wind. Rough undergrowth. Oh, crap. I'm gonna get a tick on me and get Lyme disease. I'm waiting for just some random ass shit to happen. There you go, I dropped a few curse words to really get into the mood here. Rough undergrowth springs up, lining the path on either side. Perhaps one of the acolytes who climbed this way years ago dropped something of use. You pause and push back the undergrowth with the blade of your sword, and then jump! Of course, as you disturb a nesting spike hawk. Creature flaps in alarm. We just keep going? You step back from the bird onto the path. The creature howls and screams at you, opening its wings as wide as it can, but it does not attack. Keep going. Resume the climb up the endless stairs. I'm gonna have to start really cautiously. Don't want to lose any more stamina. The sun is blistering hot now. Reach the top of the stairs. Rounding the corner, you find 3 cave mouths set into the rock. Oh no. You regard the caves with interest. The middle cave has the smallest entrance and probably opens to a niche and nothing more. The nearest cave would be large enough for a fire, but looks deep enough to contain any number of nasty surprises. A series of hoof prints lead into the mouth of the furthest cave. You take a closer look at the hoof prints. They are deep enough to suggest a large-ish creature, but they are no longer fresh. They are at least a few days old. You also note there are no prints coming out of the cave. Oh. Who is there? You call, hoping the owner of the hoof prints will appear. There is no response. The caves are unlikely to contain anything but nasty surprises, surely. I agree. I'm gonna walk on. This is like too big, too small, just right? I don't know. Let's just go. I wish I had more stamina. But swimming across Lake Ilklala in the last part it just sucked me of stamina. The steps are becoming wider as the path turns to follow the edge of a deep chasm. A little further on, a rock ledge juts out into the chasm. 2 posts stand on either side, with a narrow and rather ancient wooden bridge lashed to them. The bridge must be 100 years old at least. It is set onto timber supports driven deep into the fixtures of a site below the ledge. It seems like it might still be solid. You lift your eyes to look across the chasm to the other side, where more mountains rise up. A cleft line in their peaks traces a narrow road, and atop one summit is what looks like a large bird's nest. No. Let's look at the path. You glance down at the path ahead and see a line of hoof prints, similar to those you saw outside the cave. They lead away past the bridge. Time to continue. If the bridge is sound, it would get you quickly closer to the Citadel. There's that nest, though. Isn't that what you just said? Let me look. So there's a nest. I don't like that. There's whatever the hell that is. What's this way? Oh man, we're like rotating too. There's this. And so that's not gonna work. Okay. So I kind of want to go this way. Even though we could quickly find out if this will kill us. If we walk across and it breaks, rewind. There's something here. But I'm curious about what this is, so let's just keep going this way. You make your way along the track, then pause for breath. The sun has reached its highest point now. A jutting rock sticks out just by the edge of the ravine. The rock is like a hooked claw, poking out of the edge of a chasm and looking out over the drop. Far face is grown over with thick, fleshy green moss. Nope, green moss is not good. We want yellow moss. The ravine on the north side of the path is deep, but not impossibly so. Sheer drop becomes softer as the ground curves towards grassland within view. If you had a rope, you might have been able to scramble down. You must keep moving. The path crosses a rocky plateau, which rises gradually. Thin heat beats down from an empty sky. You are almost in the peaks now, with sheer drops opening on either side. The plateau is relatively sheltered. Okay, resting, that's good. So we're at 6 stamina. You sit yourself down for a moment, back against a crag to rest your feet. The climb to this point has been long and arduous. It is as though Mampang, or Mampangi, is gently rising into the air with every step upwards that you take. You glance around the plateau. It is scattered with small stones and dust. In one corner, the ancient remains of a fire pit are as cold as ice. You poke the fire pit with the charcoal stick you have been carrying since Kari from your pack. I have? But uncover nothing of any interest. It is little more than a few motes of charcoal that have not been swept away by the wind. Whoever built their fire here built it in a sheltered spot, but many years ago. Then you notice a few curious scratches in the stone near the fire pit, perhaps made by some clawed creature. Uh-oh. You would dismiss the scratches in the rock as normal wear, except that 4 strokes are cut into the pure virgin rock and quite clearly form an M. But the rest are too worn or filled with dirt to read, though you can feel their lines as you run your fingertips over the stone. But you have no way to read them. Just for a moment, you allow yourself to look directly at the tower itself, a single column rising defiantly above the clutter of Mampang's other roofs and turrets. From here, it is impossible to make out details, but perhaps there is a slight flicker of light against window glass? But you cannot help but imagine the Archmage seated inside, looking directly back. Oh, I'm going to stare you down from 1,000 miles away. You refuse to shift your gaze, however much the ill-omened tower demands it. You are a brown-gray speck on a brown-gray mountainside. No one will see you. A few more moments pass, and then you see a trio of birdmen swoop down from the turret room, carrying something in their claws. They disappear from view within the lower citadel. You look away. You get to your feet, intending to continue your journey. The path beckons. Let's go over here. A sheer rock wall stretches high on your right, while a drop is to your left. You follow the path as it curves around. The sun is beginning to lower, and the air begins to cool. The path quickly narrows, and you have to press yourself against the wall at times. You follow the trail around a corner, stopping short in view of a jutting ledge. The path turns to fresh mud, pressed with hoof prints. The prints are similar to the ones you saw before outside the cave. You continue upwards, sweating under your pack head low, but as you wind around a bend, a voice like gravel calls out, "Halt!" You stop in your tracks. Oh my gosh. What in the hell? And a rock strikes you on the temple. Looking sharply up, you see 2 creatures, half human and half goat, perched against the southern slope, spears held ready. "What is your business?" one demands. "I mean you no harm," you call back. One laughs. "We will be the judge of that," the other snarls. "You have trespassed here, traveler. We are the Hoofborn, and will protect our home from outsiders. Where are you traveling?" You take a moment to prepare a reply. Are these creatures servants of the Archmage, or are they his enemies? Let's see, so how far do we want to say we came from? Our original destination? This, or... So, part 1, part 2, part 3. Let's tell the truth, let's see what happens. "I come from Analand, and I journey to Mampang," you declare. If these are servants of the Archmage, they will have already heard of you from the serpents. "Mampang," she hisses, "the cursed place, and what is your purpose?" "To find a lost heirloom. Do not mock us, stranger," Hoofborn retorts. "We are an isolated people, but even we know respect, unlike yourself, it seems." "I meant no offense." "Everything about you offends me," the creature replies. Enraged, the Hoofborn guards give a scratching yell and raise their spears ready to throw. Perched above you, they have the clearest of advantages. "We Hoofborn never miss," one shrieks. Let's see if I can... Whoa, that was trippy. Let's see if I can, cast that one where... Well, we got a lot of options here. Zip. Cause teleportation. God, I'd love that one. Zap. No, we're not going to use half of our stamina to create a lightning bolt. Okay, why you give me the option of X if I have... Okay. Create an invisible wall. That actually would be helpful when they throw it at me, but that's going to use half of my stamina as well. That's very expensive. That's not gonna do me anything. I'll just get attacked by spear. Nope. And we could do this. Let's try this. You cast a spell just as the Hoofborn hurls her spear. It travels towards you as if through molasses. You have plenty of time to sidestep it, and she is still under the spell as she readies another. No, I'm not taunting. Are you joking? You race around the bend, a spear clattering against the rocks as it misses you. You arrive back at the main path. You hear clattering hooves as the Hoofborn... Wait, did I get hit? What the hell? Retreat up slope. No doubt preparing themselves should you be foolish enough to try climbing up to their position. The path runs in both directions along the chasm edge. So this is the Hoofborn place? God damn it. Should I just go back then? If I go this way, then I have to cross this and go all the way back. And if this thing is not a good bridge, then I'm stuck. So let's go to the plateau. You return to a rocky plateau. The wind picks up as the evening draws on. It will be night soon. The plateau is relatively sheltered. There's no time to waste. Shan't I stay there? Alright, guess not. You return along the winding path. The sun is sinking and the sky is turning bruise purple. Soon it will be dark once more. A jutting rock sticks out just by the edge of the ravine. What moss? I'm not collecting the moss. Should I stay in the cave if the hoof... The sun is now sinking down. You return down the slope to the narrow ledge. Maybe I should rest in the caves. This is probably a bad idea. I feel like I should cast a spell. I can't use all this stamina, but what else am I gonna do? P-O-E. No, I'm not gonna create explosions. P-E-P. Strength, I wish, but I don't need it. P-O-E. Nope. Find a safe passage. Let's see what this does. Looking to the stars, you craft the magic, and a familiar calm voice begins to speak to you. Every cave has its dangers, this voice informs you. The smallest cave requires courage, the largest brawn. What the third cave requires, you never find out, as the spell fades once more. Caves are unlikely to contain anything but nasty surprises, surely. Why can't you tell me? If I get... oh god. Stepping towards the northernmost cave, you see a few more sets of older hoof marks nearer to the mouth. The cave appears to be deep, but quite empty. Whatever creature made the hoof prints, it has either left another way or is hiding in the furthest shadows. Oh no. Oh no. You step inside the mouth of the cave, but in a moment you stop. For sitting on a rock just inside the mouth of the cave is a figure. Figure is in shadow. Shh. But it is human-like. Shh, don't talk. And naked. A long mane of hair sweeps down over its back, which is turned towards you. Clearly you are treading quietly, as the creature has not turned around. We know what creature it is. I don't want to get attacked. Am I stupid or cautious? Stupid, cautious. I'm stupid. Who is there? You call out. The figure makes no reaction. Will you not greet me? You call. Still nothing. Perhaps the creature is deaf or dead. You reach out to touch the creature's shoulder. The creature shudders a moment and slides from its rock to the floor. You nudge the body with one hand. It does not stir. It is quite clearly dead. You briefly search the goat lady's body, but she is carrying nothing. Her skin is quite cold. Why does this take stamina? Okay, it is hard work digging in the dirt of the cave floor with your sword, but after an hour or so you have made a pit deep enough to roll the body into. You lay it down as gently as you can, and then move the dirt back over it once more. The dust clears and you are left quite alone. And I leave the cave. Can't I sleep here? I can't sleep here. Oh my god. I don't have brawn. What is brawn? Brawn is like strength, right? Okay, so I just wasted... God. Let's just keep going. Okay, let's just die out in the wilderness. Let's just cross the bridge. I don't even care. Let's go. Narrow bridge. Here we go. You step onto the foot of the narrow wooden bridge. It is no mean span. The chasm is twice as wide as the Jabaji River of Kari, at least, but the boards look intact enough. Pray for aid. Come on. Come on, gorilla. You close your eyes and raise a prayer to the gorilla. You sense a great calm coming over you, but will the grace of the gorilla be enough? You tug the guy ropes firmly. There is plenty of slack due to the way the bridge hangs, but they are not loose. They must be tied well enough to the far side. Next, you wall up one of the boards with your foot, and it booms solidly. It seems as reliable as the ropes, but you cannot know if all the other boards are as well preserved. You have tested the bridge as well as you can. Alright, run! Slowly. If we fall, we're dead, so it doesn't matter. Your knuckles are white as you grip the ropes and pace out onto the bridge. As the ropes tighten, the boards move downwards under every step, and it takes all your courage to take each step forward. You feel the protection of the gorilla still about you. What is this coin over the edge? Like, what does that do? Let me see. You toss a coin over the edge of the bridge, and it sparkles as it disappears from view. Ropes creak and groan under your weight. Standing still here is the worst option. If you're going to cross the bridge, you must be bold. Yep. You keep going, pacing board by board across the bridge. Miraculously, it holds firm and you reach the far side. You pause to give thanks to the gorilla before looking around. You are back on firm rock path once more. The bridge seems somewhat more fragile than you'd realize from this end. It's a miracle it survived your crossing. Time to continue. So is that because I threw the coin down? I wonder. What the hell is this supposed to be? Alright, let's go this way and see if we can rest. Our last little thing we're doing in this episode. You follow the path as it curves around the slope of a collapsed mountain, picking your way over fallen stones and tumbled boulders. This was clearly a major road once, but it has long since fallen into ruin. Night has fallen and you are worn out. You should find somewhere safe to sleep, for if you keep going through the night, you'll be weaker for it, especially on an empty stomach. The slopes are too exposed a place to rest. I haven't found a single place to rest, so I don't know what you want me to do. And I'm going to probably die if I don't stop. You follow the trail around the mountainside. Finally, the road ends outside a ruined building. The path beyond the building is nothing but rock and ruin. Let's go. Come on. You approach the door to the building. It is not locked, but the frame is warped, and now the door is stuck, open by a mere crack. You peer through the crack into the dusty darkness beyond. This place is clearly long abandoned. You slip your fingers into the crack, into the door, and try to haul it open, but the door is firmly wedged between the bent frame and the earth below, and it will not shift as much as an inch. You slip your Analan sword into the crack and try to lever the door. Nothing happens. The door does not budge, but at least you do not damage the blade. That's good. You lean back from the doorway and look over the structure. The building is 2 floors high, with a tiled roof that has partially fallen in. Its main door is small and set between large bottle glass windows. This was clearly a grand house once. A metal bracket sticks out from the wall above the door. Perhaps it once held a sign. Alright, so we need to cast the D spell. D-O-R or something like that? D-O-P? Yeah, this one. 1 stamina, holy moly. You bind the starlight into shape around you, but the spell cannot seem to find purchase on the door. It seems the hinges have seized and rusted so badly, the spell no longer recognizes opening as a door. Oh my god, I'm just slowly killing myself. Turn away, this place will have to be left unexplored. No, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. What is this? Argabad crater? That's a crater? Cool. What's this heartbeat? Is this me dying? Uh-oh. You step away from the door once more. The only way is back. No, let's go. Come on. We have to get inside. I don't know if I have enough stamina for this. I kind of starting with 4 stamina kind of sucks. Yeah, I can't do that. Wait, wind? Yeah, blow the door open. Why you give me letters I can't use? Great, 6 of me. Nope. Or just cloning me, rather. Oh no, we're in some trouble here, folks. In some serious trouble. Is that all we have? Apparently. Alright. I think we're gonna die here. We might have to rewind. So let's see what we do. Alright, the stars whirl. Wait. Uh-oh. You return down the ruined path. The stars turn in the sky overhead. Then suddenly you feel a wave of nausea. The ground beneath you shifts. The stars whirl. I mean, I have nothing I can do. I'm gonna die. You try to steady yourself, only to fall. The world rushes past you, further than it should. You hear a woman's voice singing gently above the sound of lapping waves. What magic is this? What? Waves lull and wash towards shore. You lie on a bed of stones, looking up at the stars. Where am I? This is not High Zaman. A feeling of dread creeps over you. What kind of trap is this? How far have you traveled? You pick yourself to your feet, woozy as though you had been asleep for a long time. Greetings, murmurs a voice, warm and welcoming. We have traveled a long way together, you and I. Where am I, you ask? The voice laughs gently. These are the silent shores of Dadule, where gods sail. The sea washes at your boots, as though inviting you to step forwards. Alright, let's just do it. Gentle wind tugs at your coat, and as you follow it, you realize where you are. You are standing on the shore of Kakabad Sea, barely a half-day's walk from Analand. What is going on? You crunch towards the shore. In the glinting water, a boat slowly rocks to and fro, and in the boat sits a woman with a loom. Why did you bring me here, you ask? We have walked a long road together, she replies. Perhaps you did not know it, but that road is almost at its end. I bring you here to deliver a warning. I am Libra, goddess of justice, and our long road together has almost reached its end. Her voice is filled with sadness. I've kept you safe, many times, saved you, but I can do no more. I know you do not understand, she continues, but you will, soon enough. When you enter Montpang, you will understand. The walls around the Citadel are more than those of physical stone. It is a cursed place, guarded by sigils and long knives. You mean you cannot enter? You are right, but perhaps you do not understand the cost. Analander, for as long as you have walked, I have walked beside you. I have granted you waking dreams, dreams of your future, dreams from which you wake to walk a different way. Visions? You remember no such things. Waking dreams, the goddess replies, the kind that seem real, until they disappear as though they had never been. She shoots the shuttle across her loom once more. But no more. Once inside the walls of Montpang, your future will become precious once again. Words strike a knell of fear in your heart. Precious. Unique. For a moment she bows her head. I can only hope you will be fortunate. Tell me what you mean, you ask, bowing your head in respect. A weave can be made, and then unmade, and made again in different fashion. The final garment does not know how many times it was stitched. So it has been with your journey, she laughs. Or perhaps you consider yourself to simply have been lucky to have survived so far. Is she talking about, like, when we die, and then we just rewind to go back? Like, she's saying, so it can be made, so we'd play the game, we die, so we rewind, which is unmade, and then we made in a different fashion, and we just kind of forget what happened in that time where we had to rewind. That makes sense. A large wave strikes the shore, and as it drains, the boat tilts and begins to drift away. The woman makes no move to stop it, merely continuing to weave. Wait, you call. How can I leave this place? But your words are lost on the water. She is gone. Thought of the long journey back to Montpeng begins to sink into your mind. Hell no, we are not going all the way back to Montpeng. Holy crap, this is the beginning. Even though we never went down this way. I need to heal though, wouldn't that be lovely? You step away from the water towards the mouth of a dim cave. Inside, the stone drips salty tears. These tunnels must be flooded at high tide. The cave walls are jagged and irregular, formed by lashing waves and the shifting rocks of 1,000 years. Here and there, crystal seams wink from deep within the frozen stone folds. You push deeper into the cave, climbing over fallen stones, following the line of the deepest darkness, up into the towering cliffside. Somewhere overhead are the low hills around Cantopani, and a short distance from that is your home. You climb higher still, upwards into the rock, when something in the distance begins to roar and moan. Oh, you are not alone in the darkness. You draw your sword as a great wind begins to rush through the tunnel, gathering in strength and force as it tries to push you back. The sword is all but torn from your hands. As you begin to fall, the stars reach down to catch you. Damn, I really wish something happened there, like we were healed. You are back on the cliff path. Was that real? There is still a taste of salt in your mouth, but nothing more. You shake the vision away and look around yourself once more. The wind is too strong here to sleep. Real or not, you must keep moving. Alright, I don't think we're going to be able to go much further. I just don't see it. We only have 2 stamina. We can't sleep, so if we keep walking through the night, we're gonna lose stamina, and we're gonna die. I don't think we can make it all the way up here, so we'll find out what happens, and I might have to rewind all the way back to not going to the goats. If I die next time, I'm gonna rewind to coming to the caves the first time, and then we're just gonna walk and kind of beeline it so that we can heal, because I was really hoping to heal over here. Those goats are very combative. So we'll see what happens. I might die immediately in the next episode. With that, I will let you go, and I will see you next time. Take care. Goodbye.